you want to take the throttle body off right there as well. I think it's like 3 10mm, so we'll get a go on all that. I'll get back to you. First step, well, we already got the connectors and the wiring harness here. So we're going to take off the air intake, 2 10mm, one here and one down here on the throttle body. Here we go. So 1 10mm here is ready to go. It's stuck on there, see that? One down here. One's already loose, it seems like. Let's just check it, make sure. That's tight. It's not loosening it up. I have to use some little more elbow grease on this guy. There it goes. Got that one loose now. We can pull the air intake off. I want to remove this hose right here as well. So to remove the hose, we're going to use these little channel locks I like using for moving hoses. There we go. See how easy that was? Just grab the hose itself and twist it back and forth. Make sure it's not stuck. It should pop right off. There we go. Boom. We can remove this. I'll get that off, get back to you. The throttle body taken out. There's 2 bolts here, one on top, 2 on top, and 2 on the bottom. Take the bottom ones out first. One down here, one down here. Go, and one more up here. Maybe we should just come off. Leave those hoses attached right here. They're for the coolant, and you'll have to put new coolant in the car and flush out any air bubbles if you take those off. So I just leave it on, set it to the side, like so. Save your bolts. Next thing we're gonna do is unhook this map sensor right here. We're gonna be replacing as well at some point today. Oops, sockets just fell. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a screwdriver on the top of this and just pry it down. I think that'll be a little easier. Alright, here we go. Like that. Move that off to the side. A little pull. There we go, that's it. Normally I use little pick tools, but I don't have them. I lost all my pick tools today, so I'm just gonna have to make do without. Next thing you want to do is take your pry tool and just pry up these wires right here that are stuck on. It's like so. It should pry right up. Let's see. Might have to use something a little stronger. Let's try this one. Get the pop out. Oh, it's playing hardball. I have to press down these little tabs on the back. Little tab there. Little tab on the other side. It's kind of hard to get to. Let's try this guy. Tab there. Anyways, pry these 2 wires off here that are on the air intake. Got both these off. What I did was get my screwdriver underneath this little tab here. I took where'd it go? I took this little orange pick and just picked there's a tab on the bottom and top. You have to press down and it comes right out. Same with this one. And let's see if there's anything else we need to disconnect. So up here we're going to take off, right there's 1 10mm, and right there's another one. You see the 8 on it right there. Take those 2 off so you can get enough room to remove these hoses right here off the air intake. This one here, and this one here. Those 2. Okay, you can see I have the clamp off now back here. This line's loose, so once I get this clamp right here off, I can just go ahead and pull this back to release it. Next thing you want to do is loosen this clamp and pull it off the hard line here. So we have the clamp off. Now we're just going to wiggle the hose, break it free in case it's you know, stuck on there real well. Makes it a little easier to get off. Doesn't look like it's moving. I might do is get my pry tool and spray a little penetrating oil down there. Just try prying it off the screwdriver real fast. You can hear it, it's kind of crusty. Pull it off. It's not coming off easy. I'll get back to you. Okay, I got my tool in here, gave it a little shot of penetrating oil, loosen it up. I'm just gonna work my way around, crack the bond. It's stuck on there, sitting for so many years. The hose adhered to the metal line. So a little penetrating oil, my pick tool, and we'll get that off. Alright. Okay, next we're gonna move on to the nuts here. I got one there, already took off. One right here. Get that off. Oops, get that back. Then once you get your nuts off, you'll want to get one of these magnetic tools and just gonna light that up for you a little better. Anyway, you get a magnetic tool and you can grab the nut with it just like so. Boom, that way you don't lose it in the motor. Put that over there. That's 1, 2. Maybe another one below this hose right here. So I can light that up for you. Right there. We'll get that guy. There's one on this side as well, hiding somewhere. There it is. Or no, I think that's it. There's a couple on the bottom down here we'll have to remove. So if we get to that bolt with the swivel socket, you look here in the end, the bolt, the socket can swivel around, give you a little extra room. Got that on there, so. There we go. See if the bolt's loose. I'm just gonna grab it out with the magnetic tool, like so. I think I got it there. It's pretty long. I'll use my fingers on this one. Okay, you want to move this hose going in the motor there. It goes to the air intake. So we'll be able to remove that. It's stuck on there too. So let's use this, loosen it up. A little twist. A little twistage. Not very much room, huh? Let's try this. There we go. There we go. It's ready to go now. And if you're having trouble locating the bolts, you can use a mirror, like so. So you look underneath and locate them. That's what I did. One here, one there. Okay, I got the 2 bolts out of the bottom. They're going to be a hassle to get to. You definitely want to use a mirror and a light down there so you can see them to get your socket on there, or it's going to be a hard time. And after you do that, what I did was I got the socket on, I held my hand going from this side, and got my wrench under here from this side. I was able to take it off nice and easy. So you have to hold, from both sides, kind of get it in there while using your light and mirror to see what you're doing. Otherwise, it's going to be a hassle. So then you want to take these 2 bolts off the fuel rail here. We got those off. Okay, now we can start removing the air intake. Should pop right off. Unless I'm missing something. That's about it. Let's see if we can pry it off. Didn't get it off, figuring out what was going on, and there's actually one right here in the center. Don't forget that guy. So we'll get that one out next. Just now notice this, if you look, the fuel injectors actually go into the air intake. So we're gonna have to do two 10mm, get the gas line off, and get these up. Next step, two 10mm. We'll lift the gas line off there. Just now notice this, if you look, the fuel injectors actually go into the air intake. So we're gonna have to do two 10mm, get the gas line off, and get these up. Next step, two 10mm. We'll lift the gas line off there. As you can see, I have all the fuel injectors off, the fuel rail lifted. Now I can remove the air intake. I left this on. Just kind of took it off the bracket over here. Seems like it worked. Let's see what happens. Okay, there's gonna be one more bolt right down in there. I missed down this little crevice. I want to get that out so we can lift it all up. There's actually one more sensor right here. It's gonna have to come off as well. If you look, I actually didn't have to take the whole manifold out. I just got it out to where I had room. I busted the nut here. I used that wrench I put on top of my mini ratchet on this side and just hit it with a hammer until it came loose. There you go. One free knock sensor. So we'll get the new one in now. Save this bolt. Don't lose that. Alright. Pull it all out just like that. There we go. And there, that's the one right there that goes to the knock sensor, as you can see. So let's replace that with the new one. Here's the old one on the left, the new one's right there. We're gonna get that installed. I had a hard time getting this tab off right here. So what I did was, on the old one, right here, it's connected on that little piece right there. What I did was took my pick, I put it in the corner right there, and I hammered it with a sledgehammer right down there, and it just popped right off. It was not budging. You can see the hole right there where I hammered it. Yep, there you go. So I got the air intake manifold back in. I was actually able to take the knock sensor off from the side. Got the new one on there. Gonna do everything in reverse order. Get the fuel rail back on, two 10mm, and that hose. I'll get back to you guys. Oh, you know what? I need to change this map sensor. I'm gonna do that while I'm here. Got the old map sensor out. We're gonna get the new one in now. The other one I had to pry out with the screwdriver, was stuck in there. Here we go. Yeah, give it a little twist. There we go. You can see it locked in place. We have the fuel rail back in. I just put those in place, gave it a little tap back and forth, like so. So I got those in there. They all seem to be in there good now. We'll get these two 10mm bolts back on here to hold the line with the gas, like so. And then down here. Get those tightened up, ready to go. Next step, two 12mm, like so. Alright, get all that situated. Okay, we got the side one back in down there. We're gonna go for this middle one next, which is gonna be this big guy right here, this long one, right in there. We'll move on to this one right here, and we'll do the two nuts on top. We'll do the two on the bottom. Hopefully we'll be out of here before you know it. The other long one's going over here. We just want to start them by hand first before using a power tool.